Greetings, this is Manny Gonzalez with Life by the Drop, where I'm pairing my favorite wines with my favorite music on my back porch, and today we are pairing the beautiful 2018 Chablis Grand Cru Le Clos from Albert Bichot, and we're pairing that today with Kishi Bashi and his song Manchester. Now, Albert Bichot as a winery was founded in 1831. They were what we call a négociant. A négociant was somebody that was buying grapes from small independent growers and producing wine from there. Before the French Revolution, all these vineyards were owned mostly by the clergy. This was sacramental wine for bishops, cardinals, emperors, kings, and the Holy See, the Pope. So everything was under control from the church. After the French Revolution, Napoleon came through and he broke up some of these vineyards, broke up the monopole of most of these vineyards, and gave them to small farmers and families within Burgundy. The problem was, if you were a small grower, it was too difficult to actually make your own wine and till the land. And so you had the négociants, which are first businessmen and winemakers, and they would come through and buy the grapes from these small independent growers. Over time, many of these négociants, like Albert Bichot, started purchasing actual vineyards from these families that wanted to leave the industry. Now they own 6 domains from Depaquit in Chablis all the way down to Rochebray in Beaujolais. Depaquit is a really important vineyard in Chablis. We're one of the classic producers here. So we're in northern Burgundy. It's a very cool climate here. It's really hard to grow anything but white wines. Chardonnay is our main grape here. You really can't grow reds here with any structure. The most important thing to understand about Chablis are the soils, what are called Cameroonian soils. These are layered gray limestone soils at one point under the water. You'll see these soils in eastern Loire, like Sancerre, Pouilly-Fumé. You see them in Le Houble in southern Chablis, or southern Champagne rather, and we see them here in Chablis, where they really have their heart and soul. If you were to look through these vineyards and look through these soils, you would actually find some fossils of little sea creatures that brings out a lot of minerality in the wine. One of the most distinctive aromas is a flint, almost phosphorus matchstick or gunsmoke aroma from Chablis. We're on a single vineyard called, well, it's just a Grand Cru vineyard. There are 33 Grand Cru vineyards throughout Burgundy. Most are in the Depaquit. There's only one in Chablis. It's broken up into 7 different parcels, Le Clos being probably the most famous and the largest. It's around 28 hectares, around 70 or so acres of land in this part of the vineyard. But Bichot only owns around 4 acres or 2 hectares. Most of their holdings are in the center part of the slope. It's much warmer here, really good drainage, but you get a wine with a lot of concentration, much richer fruit structure, and also this almost almond skin aroma. On the northern part, or the upper part of the slope, is their other holding. And the microclimate here is much, much cooler. And so we get a much more floral expression of Chardonnay with more of a lemon citric aroma. On the nose, this is classic Chablis. You get this beautiful minerality, you get the phosphorus, you get this flinty aroma, you get apple, there's a little bit of orange marmalade to it. There's a touch of oak to this wine. It's around 65% stainless steel, which is classic in Chablis. But because we were in a warmer site, that oak adds a little bit of a nuance to the wine. It also gives the wine much more complexity. Just like in the song, there's so much going on. But at the end of the day, what you pull out of this, not just the strings, but his voice or the minerality. To me, this is just one of the most beautiful wines I've ever had in my entire life. Well, we'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be doing a little bit of Mercury from Chalonnaise. Until then, cheers.